Well, hey there, it's Jen.
And Elke, welcome to the Jen and Elke Show, where we help you as a Zazzle designer sell more on Zazzle. And today we are going to help you and show you actually how to design a paint splash photo effect mug to sell on Zazzle. Yes, let's do it.
Okay, so if you don't know what we mean, we're taking a mug. We've chosen a mug just for fun, but you can choose any type of product. And we are going to do a paint splash sort of graphic, and then we're going to insert the photo inside that graphic so it creates a frame of a paint splash. Okay, so if you are able to go to Zazzle.com, and if you don't know how to find your products or how to create your own, go to create your own, go to this button here, click on create your own. You can scroll through here and pick any one of these products that you want. Zazzle has over 1,500 product types and styles for you to choose from. You can also search here in the search bar. And I have opened up a mug, a blank mug here, and found it. I've chosen the size and style of mug. And what we're going to do is go into the design tool. And for this tutorial, just so that you are ready and prepared, you will need a photo of some sort to add as a template, and you will upload that to your account here in Design Tool. And then to get the paint splash effect, you're going to go to Elements, and these might seem familiar to you. The shapes have been available for a while, but they have recently introduced more shapes and frames and grids. And what we're going to do is go to the shapes option here, and you can choose from any one of these. You can also search in the shapes as well. I haven't looked through all of them to find out what exactly is in here, but we've got some fun ones like watermelons and stars and numbers and letters and things, but there's also paint splashes. And so for this tutorial, I've chosen, I'm going to find it here. Where is it? I found this paint splash. I quite liked it because we're inserting a photo into it. You're choosing a shape where hopefully your photo will look good within this shape. So I've chosen this one because I wanted to put in a horizontal type photo. If you wanted to put in a circular type photo or a square type photo, then you might choose this frame or shape here of this paint splash. But I liked this paint splash because it looks more like a paint stripe rather than just a graffiti spray paint can, spray can. I like the shape of this one. What I did was I then rearranged it so it was more on the side and then made it larger so that I could put my photo in. Okay, I'm just going to delete that layer because I've actually got it prepared for you so that we don't have to go through all of those steps. So you can see that this is my paint graffiti shape. And then I also have the opportunity to, if you wanted to, but this isn't part of the tutorial, you can change the color of your shape. If you wanted to just use this shape as is. But for me, the shape color really doesn't matter because what we're going to be doing is actually putting this photo inside. So I'm just going to hide this shape right now. I'm going to open up my photo. I've chosen this photo here. Of course, whenever you're choosing frames or you're making frames on Zazzle, you want to more or less have a photo that corresponds with the shape and the size of what you're putting it into, because if somebody then changes this photo to have their own inside of it, you don't want their photo to look distorted or not unoriented because you've put like a portrait size photo inside a rectangular sized shape frame. Okay, so just make sure that more or less the image and the photo matches to what we're really working with. I'm going to make it even as much smaller as I want because I just want to focus in on her face really. And I want to position the photo to be more or less where this shape is going to show and have that frame be there. So I'm just going to even make my shape of the paint splash a little bit larger so we get more of her facial features in there. The reason why I made this photo so big is because, for example, if I made this photo smaller and then I put this as a frame in here, this part won't show up because it's masking the effect. So you really want to make sure that your photo more or less covers the entire shape that you're working with underneath. The next step is where we're going to create a mask. If you don't know what a mask is, it means that you're putting two images together and the first image on top in your layers section will actually create the shape and the second layer would be put into that shape. So we're creating this frame with this paint stripe. So I'm going to select both of these together. And you can see up at the top here, the mask option now is able to be selected. Previously, when you just had one item selected, this mask button is blanked out and I can't click on it. Once you select 2 items, then you can hit that mask button. And what will happen is that it will create this frame with my photo. Okay. But the first step, though, is not to confuse everyone. I'm just going to undo that right there. If this is supposed to be a template where somebody else is supposed to be able to customize and add their own photo in for the replacement of this photo, you need to make your photo a template first before you mask it. Okay. You can't mask it first and then create it as a template. It doesn't work that way. So you have to create your photo as a template first, then select both of these, then hit the mask button. And then now we have this really beautiful product that has this paint stripe shape with the lady inside. And we're also now able to customize it. We can replace this photo with another photo of, and like anybody can now replace this photo with any of their own photos. So that's how you do that in terms of creating
awesome.
this really
Looks
cool
great.
effect. Hey, that's very cool. So you can play around with any shape like that. So for example, we did the paint stripe one. So now you can go and play around with the different sizes of the paint stripes and just play around with it. It's so much fun. It's so cool.
And if you want to get more help on once you've done this technique and see whether it's a sellable intentional product that might turn into a bestseller, join the Design Divas membership, which is the only Zazzle designing membership available. And the link is in the description below, and you can join anytime.
Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the Design Divas. Bye.